could do it any other
Oh,
way.
she just came in. She just came in.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. Oh my God, we got 70 people already. Hi, guys. Hi, Susan. Hi, Julie. Hi, Shelly Coleman is here. Hi.
Good morning.
Elise. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Listen, as you joined in, you are automatically defaulted to being off camera. Okay, so don't be afraid. If you don't want to appear on camera, you are not on camera. The only way you'll appear on camera is if you look at your screen, look to the bottom left, there's a button that says Start Video. That's going to allow you to join in on our virtual class. And so I vote, if you're here, join us. I know it feels a little scary to appear on camera, but you know what? It's just so much fun for us to see you. No one's scrutinizing. This is a safe community. We are all loved. There are no judgments in this community. I have to admit, one of the things that I am most proud about in my community is I get zero judgmental people, negative people. Everyone in my community is so supportive. So I hope you will join us on video so I can check your technique. As you're popping in, if you want to use the chat box, please say hello. Where are you? How are you feeling? Are you excited for your workout? I'm so glad that you're here. Here we are, the middle of April, meeting again. It's just so fun that everybody is here. Arian is here. Hello, Anne-Marie Gifford. Teal is here. Kathy Baglieri. I gotta get my glasses because I can't read this stuff. Dana, hello. Diane Rotundo. Elizabeth K. Oh my gosh, there's so many people. We got 79 people already. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, we are doing a full body workout. It's going to be different than what we've done in the past. Grab whatever resistance you have. If you don't have any, don't worry about it. I will give you ways to work around whatever equipment that you have or equipment that you don't. Let's see here. Hold on. Let me get my AirPods. Okay, my AirPods are all working. There we go. Okay, good. So a couple of things. I am going to keep everyone muted. Feel free to make some noise in the background. Don't worry if your dogs are talking. Don't worry about anything at all. I just want you to have some fun. And then at the end, we will do, hold on one second. Then at the end, we'll do a Q&A if you have questions, if you want to talk. Last time we were here, we did such an awesome workshop on push-ups. If you were here, it was so good and so helpful. But right now, what I want to do is I want to get a picture of all of us and get some videos. So I want everybody to put your arms up in the air. I want you to wave. We are going to take a picture of this awesome group. Hello, stay there. Let me get a couple more. Everybody wave. Everybody wave. Oh my God. Hi, everybody. Hi, Brenna. Hi, Linda Landry. Awesome, guys. Yay. Okay, are you guys ready to work out? I'm so excited. So I am not going to use music in the background because I want you to be able to hear me, okay? I encourage you to put some music on, though. It makes it so much more fun. I hate that I can't have music here and for you guys, but I really want you to be able to hear me. So put your own music on. Make sure you've got some water nearby. Please wear shoes. I really believe that whenever you're exercising, even at home or on carpet, I believe very strongly that you should wear shoes. So please wear shoes. Let's get started. We're going to go through a little bit of an opening movement just to get you moving, stretching a little bit, especially my West Coast friends, it's early for them. Then we're going to go through a little bit of an activation exercise from the Glutes Project Activate. Then I have an awesome workout for us. We're starting with arms today because I know a lot of you guys are really interested in arm workouts. Then we're going to do abs, and then we're going to end with lower body. So it's going to be a different approach than what we've done in our previous classes. So it's going to be new and different. You're going to get extra love for your arms and abs, and then we'll finish with legs. I'm so excited as we go. If you have questions, please feel free to pop them into the chat. I realize that my audio might not be perfect. We just got to work with it, okay? I'm using my AirPods as my microphone, and I know it's not totally perfect, but I hope you guys can work with me on it. Let's get started. Okay, we are going to start. Let's start today standing, since most of you are already up. So we're going to start standing. Hold on, let me make sure you can see me. Okay, let's go like that. Okay, perfect. So let's take your feet out kind of wide, and you're going to turn your toes open.
Okay, turn those toes open up your knees, tuck your booty under, stand up super tall. And what I want you to do is just come down into like a quarter of a squat. Up and down 15 times, quarter of a squat, just a little baby squat. Even if you can do a full squat, I want you doing a baby squat. Here's why. Baby squat warms up your quads. So right now what I'm doing is I'm warming up your quads, activating them so that the knees begin to track a little bit better. And we just want to warm up the quads before we go deeper into the hamstrings and the glutes. So you got about 15 here. Heels are a little bit wider than your shoulders. Booty tucked under, okay? Really squeeze your glutes at the top. Let's do 3 more here. And 1 more, and then you're gonna relax. Drop your arms, and I just want you to kind of for a second come side to side. This is just to let your heart rate get moving. Go side to side, stay right there. I wanna make sure everybody stays muted. Yep, okay, good. Let me make my screen a little bigger. Okay, much better, now I can see you better. Okay, so then just stand in the middle, and I want you to take a big inhale up. I want you to exhale out. Do that 2 more times. Really big up, lengthening your spine. Exhale out. 1 more, inhale, way up, 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 up. Exhale. Okay, now inhale up, stay here, drop your right arm down to your thigh, reach up and take a little lean over, keep breathing. Make sure you're breathing, lengthen out everything. Let that tummy lengthen. Let your back lengthen. Reach way up and over to the side slightly. And now inhale up, exhale, left hand down, reach way up a little bit of a rounding over to the side, a little tiny bit. Ah, it feels good, right? Feels so good. Inhale up, exhale, both hands down. And I want you to take your left arm and scoop it forward. Then what I want you to do is I want you to round out your back, and then you're gonna reach across your body, okay? Reaching across. So this is your left hand forward, and you are reaching over towards your right, rounding your lower back and tucking your booty. Feels awesome, right? Inhale up, exhale down. Right arm, come forward, round out your back, reach across your body. Keep your booty tucked under. Gluty gang, we are the official Gluty gang. Really round out through, this is a lat stretch as well as rhomboids, traps, upper back. It also gets your core activated a little tiny bit. And by the way, it just feels good. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, both hands down. Bend into your knees a little bit. And then what I want you to do is I just want you to round everything, bring your chin to your chest, round out from your little tailbone all the way up to the top of your head, really rounding. If this is okay and comfortable for you, drop your arms and let them hang. Really tuck your booty under, draw your abs in. So there's a big ab core activation here. Really round it out. And now inhale, come all the way up, big inhale. Exhale it out. Take your feet a little closer. Okay, here's what I want you to do. Feet are under your shoulders. I want you to bend your knees. Watch me for 1 second, okay? Bend into your knees. Now, you're gonna put your booty back. You're not gonna tuck it under. You're gonna arch your booty back with an arch right here. Got an arch. Imagine there is a string on your booty and it's pulling you and sucking you backward. Your hands are on your knees and you're gonna hold here. I want you to draw in through your tummy, suck your hips backwards, keep your knees bent, push your tailbone back and look forward. Can you feel that stretch in your hamstrings? You feel that pressure in your lower back? This is the bottom of a deadlift, RDL. Well, it's both deadlifts, but we're gonna work on RDL. This is the bottom, okay? So if I had a barbell or dumbbells, they'd be right here. But this is a really incredible activation stretch to just hold. Now you really have to be arching your back, sending your booty back. This is a very active hold. Sucking in through your tummy, lengthening out through your chest, and just hold for that active stretch. Now you're gonna come up. We're gonna do this a couple times just as a prep move. So knees are bent, hands at your sides, and you just slide your booty back, keep that arch in your lower back, hold for a second, and then inhale up. And again, knees bent, okay? Hold and stretch. Lengthen your body here. Tailbone back, chest forward, pressing your hips back and stand. Let's do 3 more for 5. Hips back. You are gonna feel some pressure right here in your lower back. That's part of the goal. That's what we actually want to happen. 2 more. Reach those hips back. Send your chest forward. Energetically, your chest is going forward while your tailbone is going back. That's how we get that lengthening, activating, and stretching. Come up 1 more time. Come down, lengthen and stretch. Stretch so you feel your hamstrings firing up. And relax and come up. Perfect. Bring your feet together. Bend your knees. Step onto your left foot. Find your balance. I just want you to hang out here and find your balance for a moment. That's all this is about. You can move around, you can bounce, okay? Now, switch feet. I'm gonna teach you guys an exercise you're gonna hate, but it's gonna be so good for you. It's one of the best exercises we all should be doing. It will serve you so much in your future. Okay, switch feet. You're back on your left foot. Balance on your left foot. Now what I want you to do is use your arms as you want to. I want you to look around your room. Look around your room. Look everywhere. Look up, look around, look down, look all over the place. Look behind you if you can. Look around. See what it's doing to me? Like it's even throwing my balance off. That's the whole point. Use your hands and try to counterbalance. Keep that standing leg a little bent. Keep looking around. Do you notice how your balance is already getting a little better? Right? And relax. Switch sides. How about that? Switch sides. We're going to stand on the right leg. Keep your right knee bent. Hang out for a second. Then look around. Start looking around. Listen, this is hands down one of the best exercises you should be doing every single day for balance, stability, knee protection, hip protection, protection from falls, foot strength, ankle strength, arch strength and health. And oh, by the way, this is a great exercise to prepare your body as a prep move. This literally warms up every single muscle in your body. You're using every single muscle. Just keep looking around. If somebody were watching in on this, or if one of you guys are videotaping this, is probably completely ridiculous. That's okay. I'm willing to do that. That's my sacrifice to make sure you guys are healthy and relax. Amazing, right? Your lower leg is probably burning. Your arches are probably burning. That means you are on the right path. Take your feet out nice and wide. Look down at your feet. Point your toes forward. Your feet should be perfectly, truly parallel to each other. Keep them there. Reposition them throughout the workout if you need to. Sorry, throughout this exercise if you need to. Bend into your knees. Stick your booty back. And we're just going to go side to side. Hands on your thighs for now. Right now, it's just kind of a little bit of a movement. Really reach your hips back. Sit into your heels. Let's go a little deeper. Sit into your heels. You're going to feel a stretch on your right leg, on your left leg. Stretch, stretch. That's the whole point. Sitting a little bit deeper. Those of you guys that this is enough for you, stay here. If you would like to make it a bigger movement, get a little bit more of a stretch, you come down and you reach for the floor and you really sit into the bent leg. Deepen as much as you can. Press into your right heel, left heel. Press into that heel to bring you back to that upright position. As you guys know, this is an essential preparatory move for every workout, in my opinion. This is a lateral exercise, okay? So what this means is that you are warming up your body in a way that doesn't really get that on a day-to-day basis. 2 more. And relax and come up. So it's not often that we go side to side in our daily activity. And so it prepares a lot of muscles that you don't normally get. So important. So we're going to come back onto one leg just to find that balance again. Let's go your left leg. All right. So So let's go your left leg. Your left leg, I'm mirroring you, okay? You're on your left leg, find your balance. Take your left arm up in the air, okay? From here, tap down with that right foot. What you're gonna do is you're gonna contract your leg, come up, grab your foot, relax down. Now, if you can't grab your foot, I'll show you what to do in one moment. Grab your foot, relax down. If you can't grab your foot, just kick your heel up, relax down. Kick your heel up, relax down, okay? What we're doing here is we're firing up and activating the hamstrings while we're simultaneously getting a active dynamic stretch on the quad. If you can grab your foot, really pull your foot into your booty, and if you can, keep your knee next to your standing knee. If you need to use this arm for balance or to hold something, totally fine. 2 more. This is another exercise you really could be doing every single day. Other leg. So you're gonna stand on your right leg, find your balance for a moment. Okay, arm up, or use this arm for balance, or hold on to something for balance. Tap that foot down, and then just bring it up and stretch. Relax down. And again, if this is too much, if you don't have the flexibility to get your heel all the way up, which is maybe 25% of you, 30% of you, all you got to do is squeeze and relax down. It's almost as effective. Now, if you've got the flexibility to come to here, you need to come to here because that's what's going to start to really open up that quadricep. Feels good, right? Yeah, it feels really good. Make sure that this bending leg, the knees stay next to each other. You don't want to come to here. You also don't want to be way back here, okay? Keep that standing, bending knee next to the standing knee. They're right by each other. 2 more. Really pulling in. Oh, it feels so good to stretch that quad. Oh, and relax. Good job. 1 more. Bring your feet together. You're going to step back. Let's step back on your right leg. Come forward. Right leg, come forward. Just get used to the balance for a moment here. As you get used to the balance, let's have you stay on the toe of the back foot. Staying on the toe on that back foot. You're stepping with your right leg, okay? You're going to swing your arms up in the opposite direction. Look back at the corner where your wall meets your ceiling and come together. Step back, reach up. So there is an upward, a backward, and an arcing angle here. It's important to get that arcing angle, that 45-degree angle. That is what fires up quadratus lumborum. That is the muscle that's a spinal, one of the muscles in charge of posture and core function. And it's the muscle that usually gets irritated when people have back problems or back spasms. I see this in men all the time, especially men in their 40s who think they're in their 20s, and then they go out and they play basketball or they play lacrosse. You know who I'm talking about. And that muscle goes into spasm. This is one of the best exercises that you can do to really get it activated and firing. 1 more, switch sides. Now the other thing is just step back and forth a couple times. Your balance is going to get thrown off on this exercise. So if you're doing this and you're falling all over the place, rule number 1, don't judge yourself. Who was with me this week for my Get Back on Track challenge? It was unbelievable. I think that it was probably one of the best challenges I've ever done. Come up, arc back. And we really talked a lot about how we judge ourselves. And so one of the big rules is, if you're wobbling and you're falling all over the place on this exercise, don't judge yourself. It just is. On another day, I'd probably be falling all over the place too. For some reason today, my balance is okay. Balance is also something that you warm into. So you notice as you continue this exercise, your balance gets a little bit better. Notice that? Make sure you're staying on the ball of that back foot, not dropping the heel all the way down. Good, really reach way up and back. Make sure you're getting that big arch, opening your chest, squeezing your gluty on your left leg. 2 more. Nice, 1 more. And relax. Okay, we're gonna do 2 exercises from the Glutes Project Activate. This is an incredible program that really helps to strengthen and activate your glutes for all of the major reasons. It's a starter program, and therefore I also use it as a prep series or a warm-up before workout. So we're gonna start first with a hip hike. Bring your feet together, stand on your right leg, find your balance, bring your hands on your hips, find something to stare at on the floor in front of you to help you with your balance. What you're gonna do is you're gonna keep your shoulders parallel to the ground, but you're gonna hike your hip up and then drop it down. Hike your hip up, drop it down. Now, it's easy to think of this exercise by contracting your abs, your side on the left. But actually what I want you to be doing is pressing upward by your right hip. This guy right here, he's actually back here. Okay, it's actually on the back quadrant of your hip, but for the camera's sake, since it's 2D on camera, I want you to see that it's here. This is where I'm activating. You can actually see mine right here, okay? So that lifting over here happens because you're activating glute medius on your right leg, okay? Lifting, let's do 2 more. Trying to keep your shoulders parallel to the ground as much as you can. You will feel some core activation as well. That's gonna happen too, but the focus of the exercise is to drive from here. 1 more and relax. I'm sure you're feeling it, right? Like I'm totally feeling it. So just to make it clear, technically we want your butt tucked under a little. Here is glute medius. It's right in here. This is a slightly different muscle. This is called TFL, tensor fasciae lata, similar. Some of you might feel it here. If you're feeling it a lot here, I want you to tuck your butt under a little more, activate from here. So we're gonna go to that other leg, left leg, find your balance. Find your balance first. Contract here, lift that hip. We did about 20 on that other leg-ish. So as we get into the workout today, you are responsible for your workout. I'm gonna give you ways to make it harder for those of you guys that want a big workout. I'm also gonna give you ways to make it easier if the workout's too hard for you. I teach the middle of the road so that I can tell you how to make it harder or easier, but I will do it right down the middle, okay? You're responsible for getting the workout you want. If you need to go a bit more gently today, that's totally okay. That's where you are. And if you feel like you want a really tough, challenging workout, you're in charge of that, okay? Gotta be responsible for your body at all times, and especially today. This is my weak side, and so I really notice I can't get as much height over here on this side. 3 more. Glutes should really be firing. We're gonna do 1 more glute activation exercise and relax. 1 more exercise from the Glutes Project Activate. You're gonna be on your right leg again, okay? So you are on your right leg, tap down with that foot, but keep this leg in charge. Left leg is in charge. All you're gonna do is just kick that leg back, swing forward, reach out, come back and tap the floor. Swing forward and reach out. Now, if you have something that you can tap to stabilize, that's helpful with this move as you're warming up, because it helps relieve some of the unnecessary balance so that you can really fire up that glute, okay? But do keep your standing leg bent. We're gonna add to this. Here, I want you to squeeze your booty, tuck your pelvis. Repeat. Squeeze your booty, tuck your pelvis. Repeat. Squeeze. Reach. Squeeze. Reach. Got it? Few more. Really exaggerate that squeeze like crazy. Don't worry what your butt looks like. No one's looking. And if they are, you can tell them to buzz off. It's more about how this works for you. 1 more. Squeeze your glutes. Perfect. Other leg. You're on your left leg. I'll show you from the front. Your left leg. Swing forward. Squeeze that glute. Okay. Swing forward. And again, if you need to tap something for balance, totally fine. The Glutes Project to Activate, I actually do have you reach out and touch something. Again, because This is not really a big strengthening exercise. This is intended to be a moderate or even maybe low level movement so that you can truly get in and activate your glutes, okay? The name of the game here. Tuck your pelvis, squeeze your gluty. Squeeze that gluty. Good. Keeping your left knee slightly bent, especially when you're in that forward position. And let's do 3 more. As we talked about last weekend, due to asymmetries, differences between your right and your left, it's normal. We're gonna do 1 more because it feels so good for me. Oh, so good. It's normal that one side of your body is more wobbly than the other. It's normal that one side of your body is just sort of like not as graceful as the other side. Totally normal. My right leg is not very graceful. I had a hip injury years and years and years ago, and it just has always been a little wonky. We're gonna get started. So I want you to grab whatever resistance you have. Heavy dumbbells, light dumbbells, a resistance band, a kettlebell, jugs of laundry detergent, cat litter, whatever you have, I want you to grab your resistance. If possible, I want you to grab dumbbells. If you have to have a band, I will show you in a moment what you're gonna do. I don't have heavy dumbbells, so I'm using 5-pound ankle weights because that's the heaviest that I have. So feet together, bend your knees, soften your knees, chest open. An essential part of upper body exercises is to bring your shoulders back and down, okay? So shoulders back, shoulders down. Lock them in place. It's really important. Keep a slight bend in the elbows, come out and pause, and down. Now, if you have lighter dumbbells, I want a definitive pause right there. 15, here's 4. If this is easy for you and you have light dumbbells, do 20 or 25. If you have heavy dumbbells, you can do fewer repetitions. Okay, you can also move faster than I am, but I want you to really pause and hold here. Make sure those shoulders are staying back and down. Really, really important, especially for this exercise. This exercise targets your delts. And if you don't keep your shoulder girdle back and down, you're actually going to be using your traps. And we want you using your delts. 3 more. The lighter the dumbbells for your current fitness level, the longer you pause. I think I got 1 more. And relax. Same dumbbells or heavier if you have them. Dumbbells come right here. You're gonna push straight up over your head. I'm gonna come down on my knees because I wanna make sure you see my hands. So you go from here to here. Palms facing forward, okay? See my fingers? There are my thumbs, right there. Okay, so 3/4 angle, pushing up to palms totally forward, dumbbells touch, end to end at the top. Now, I know for some of you, you guys are gonna stay standing. I'm only kneeling so that you can see my full arm movement, okay? You can kneel if you want, but I'd rather you stay standing because it's going to activate your core a bit more. So 3/4 here, palms forward here. The reason for this is, just like we talked about push-ups, I don't want your arms out here at the bottom. Your elbows should be here. That's gonna help to keep your shoulders safe. If you've ever heard a doctor say, you have a shoulder injury, don't push over your head. It's the stupidest advice I've ever heard because your arms are designed to go over your head. The problem is you don't wanna be coming out here. Not that you can't do that. That is a more advanced move for those of you guys that are advanced. But in general, you always want your elbows slightly in front of your torso. You don't really ever want your elbows way back here on a press, okay? Time and place for it, but 1% of the population. Let's do 2 more. There's one more. Okay, now you're gonna take about a 30-second break, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, just take a little bit of a break. Put your dumbbells down if you want, grab some water. That's a superset. 2 exercises, boom, boom, we take a break. Boom, boom, we take a break. You're going to work at your own pace here going forward. We're going to do 2 more supersets, which is a total of 4 sets. Boom, boom is superset 1. Boom, boom is superset 2. You're going to work at your own pace with your own resistance level. Okay, and let's go back. Starting with that dumbbell sideways. Shoulders back and down like crazy, girls. Crazy. Really important, especially the downward position. So a lot of us women develop weakness in our deltoids. You know what? Let me rephrase that. The majority of women that I've worked with in 30 years always have very weak deltoids. And it's because we're up here all the time. We activate our traps. We don't activate our deltoids. So getting really good deltoid muscles is quite hard in a lot of my female clients because of this shoulder back and down consideration. So I want you to really, really press those shoulders down towards your waist, elongating your neck. You're pressing your shoulders away from your ears, even though your arms are coming up. And it really does take some time to get this to be a perfected activation. So if you struggle with it, that's fine. Okay, a few more, you've got 15. Or if you want to do 20, do 20. Okay, do whatever is right for your fitness level. I just want to check on everybody. Amazing. Anywhere from 10 to 20 on this exercise, depending on your weight load. As soon as you're done, we're going into that second exercise, which is an overhead press. Now, continue. Sorry, I forgot this bit. If you don't have dumbbells, you can do this exercise with no weight whatsoever, really holding. You can also do this exercise with a resistance band, okay? If you're doing a resistance band, it's a little trickier because you have to do one arm at a time, and I hate it, but you can do it. I would much rather, if you don't have dumbbells, I would much rather you're doing this with just your body weight. Same for overhead press. If you only have a band for your overhead press, you just step on the band in the center, press straight up. You can also do lengthen out your band and do one at a time, okay? I'm assuming everybody's got dumbbells. It seems like everybody does. So you're on your second set of overhead press based on what works for you, number of repetitions, also speed. Another way you can make this exercise harder, if your dumbbells are a little light for you, is to stop 3/4 of the way down and pause before you go back up. Pause before you go back up, whereas the rest of us are just coming all the way down, okay? So if it's better for you just to have a little bit of that 3/4 stop and pause, then you press, that's going to increase the time under tension on that deltoid and the anterior deltoid, front of the shoulder and medial shoulder. And it really depends on your fitness level and the weights that you have. 15, 10, 15, 20 here. Okay, and then we take about a 20 or 30-second break, and then we're gonna do a third superset. Take a break, grab some water. We're gonna do our third superset next. And again, if as we're working out, if any of you guys have questions and you're a little lost, all you have to do is hit the chat button, send a question through. I'm trying to keep my eye on it from over here. And so if something comes up, just send me a chat or a couple of chats, and that will alert that something's up for you. Okay, third set, here we go. Now you can also do these exercises sitting down if you want. So for variety, if you're watching this workout in replay during the week and you just want some variety, you can also perform both of these exercises sitting down. There's pros and cons to each. So one of the benefits of sitting down is that if you've got heavier dumbbells, you're able to dedicate more energy towards the exercise because you're not dedicating any energy to holding yourself up in space, all right? So standing automatically makes the dumbbell a little heavier. And if you don't believe me, try it, okay? So standing just demands more from your whole system so that that dumbbell is automatically proportionately heavier than if you were sitting down. 2 more, little pause if that dumbbell is light for you, and then we're gonna immediately go into that overhead press. Same thing, sitting down, Generally, when I was really working on building up my muscle and really challenging myself with workouts, I would always do this exercise seated because I wanted to put all of my life force energy, all of my heart and soul, everything I had, I wanted to put it into the dumbbells. So if I was doing a 25-pound dumbbell here, which was, I probably got up to maybe 30 pounds on this exercise, I would always do it in a seated position. Same as if you're doing this with a barbell. Those of you guys that have a barbell at home, you could be doing this exercise with a barbell as well. Just make sure if you're doing this with a barbell that your elbows are still coming forward. So a lot of times when people have a barbell, they come to here. Same thing that we've been talking about. Even if you have a barbell, you still want your elbows to come forward, and then the bar kind of comes forward and then it arcs backward. A couple more depending on how many repetitions you have. Good job, guys. Third superset. And relax. Beautiful. So good. Okay, we're gonna do some more arm exercises, abs then legs. How am I on time? Gosh, the time goes way too fast. Okay, so we're gonna do an arm superset. Let's work with a band today, okay? Grab a band. If you don't have a band, you can do this exercise with dumbbells. Woohoo! Orla says, wow, my arms are on fire. They should be. That's what supersets do. I love it, Orla. Go, girl. Okay, so grab a band. If you don't have it, you're going to perform the same exact move with your dumbbells. So with a band, step right in the center of your band. Keep your palms forward, chest up, shoulders back and down. And I want you performing a true hammer. Sorry. It's called a supinated curl. Notice my palms. See how my palms are staying facing up? So my palms do not rotate. All right, this is what I want, because what this does is this hits specifically on one of the heads of the biceps, the front of your arms, your biceps. And when we have lighter dumbbells, this is a smaller muscle. It's the short head of the bicep. And when you've got a lighter dumbbell, it actually produces more results here. So you can do the same exact exercise with a dumbbell or with a band. If your band is light, I want you to pause and relax down. Pause and relax down. If your band is light, my band is not light. This is work for me, okay? If you're pausing at the top, you wanna pause here, not here. Pause here if you're pausing. If you're not pausing, you can go all the way through the motion. Keeping your elbows in place so that your elbows are not swinging forward. We don't want them coming way far forward, and we definitely don't want them coming back. That is a different exercise that has a time and a place. This is not the time and place for that one. So I want you to keep your elbows within about 20% positioning here to here. See how my elbow kind of comes forward a little bit? 20% here to here is okay. We don't want it to go beyond this range of motion. About 15, pausing if your weight is light. That's probably about 15, and relax. Next exercise. I haven't done this with you guys. This is a fun exercise, but you definitely have to use your brain on this one. Have a seat on the floor. Bring your feet together. Keep your knees bent, okay? Bring your hands just behind your hips. Just behind your hips. Palms are facing, fingertips are pointing towards your feet. Fingertips pointing towards your feet, okay? Right about there. From here, what I want you to do is you're going to open your chest, put your shoulders back. You're gonna push up, and then you're gonna dip down, push up. It's not a big movement, okay? That is why this part of the exercise is super important. Get your chest up. Now, in a moment, I'm gonna show you how to make this a little bit harder, but I'm just gonna kind of warm you guys up. If you guys have issues with your wrists, please feel free to just change your position on your wrist. Let's do one more and relax. Okay, now you're gonna send your feet out a little bit farther, okay? And now we're gonna come up. Same exercise, you're gonna be able to go a little bit deeper, okay? This hits those triceps. It's not a full range of motion, but it's a good start. Now, if you've got something to sit on, you could do a proper bench dip if you want. If you've got something, a chair, a fireplace, a step stool, anything, you can turn this into a full tricep bench dip. And if you don't, we just do it on the floor. And even though it's not like the best exercise ever created, it does really start to work on those triceps. And the farther you move your feet out, the more you're gonna have a little bit more range of motion. Okay, let's do 5 more. And relax, okay? So take a 20-second break-ish. Listen up. You're gonna come back up onto your feet, and as soon as you come up, I want you to lift your knees 10 times. 3, 4, 5, 6. Lift your knees. Continue. That's gonna keep you from getting dizzy. Short little break. We're gonna repeat these 2 exercises. Grab some water. And we're going back for our second superset here. Back to the band for biceps. Stepping on your band, palms stay supinated, meaning they don't rotate. Anywhere from 10 to 20, depending on what your resistance level is, based on your fitness level. So if you have a high fitness level, but you don't have heavy dumbbells, you got to do more repetitions. That's our only option, along with pausing for a longer period of time at the top. That's really the only way right now, the easiest, fastest way to make this workout harder for those of you guys that are fit, that don't have the resistance you need. It's another reason why I really like bands. I mean, right now I'm getting an incredible bicep workout. This is hard for me, and I'm just using the red Spry band. Now, my band is fairly new, so it's super strict, stiff. It hasn't been loosened at all, but still, this is super, super effective. And in some ways, bands are better than dumbbells in some ways on this exercise, because at the top, you've got more resistance than you do at the bottom. Whereas with a dumbbell, you have the same amount of resistance at the top as you do at the bottom. And relax. Let's go into that tricep exercise. Down on the ground. If you have something, any chair really works. So for those of you guys that have a surface to do a proper bench dip, please go for it. You could take your hands back a little bit farther and make sure you keep your heels together, because what that does is that makes a smaller base of stability. And so it just makes the exercise a little bit harder. If your feet are wide, it makes the exercise a little bit easier because you have a wider base of support. A narrower, this is just basics physics 101, guys. A narrower base means there's less stability and there's more work throughout the exercise, okay? So keep those heels together. I mean, I'm feeling it in my triceps. It's not, if I had my choice, I might choose an exercise in the gym for triceps, but this does work. Desperate times call for desperate measures, right, guys? Oh, you guys look amazing. It's so fun. I see you, Nikki Thomas. I see your arm. Hi, guys. Val Shaw, I see your pretty picture. Ruthie G, I see your names. Those of you guys that are off camera, I just see your names. I don't see your face. Jenna Taggart, Amber Gaines, hello. Susan Gorlick, Regina's here. Hi, everybody. Lynn, Lisa Cruz, Barbara Blizzard, what an awesome name. Barbara Blizzard. Toya, hi. Hi, everybody. Susan K. Krishanti's here again. Yay, welcome back, Krishanti. Oh, so good to see you guys, or at least see your names. Is Fran Stortes, Mama Fran here? There she is. Mama Fran is here. Granny Franny, Yana. Okay, guys, are we ready to go on? Let's do some abs, and then we're gonna do some legs. So we're gonna do a little ab segment because we haven't been doing a ton of abs. Hi, Kelly Lynn. We haven't been doing a ton of abs, so I thought let's take some time and do some abs, okay? Listen, everybody, a question I've been getting quite a bit is, my neck and shoulders get tired when I do ab exercises. My neck starts to hurt, my neck gets tired. Does that mean I'm doing something wrong? Let me give you just a really fast tutorial. When you're doing an ab exercise, a traditional ab exercise like this, remember, exercise is physics in motion. Physics, period, end of story. But you've got a lever from your pelvis to your head. This whole thing is a lever. This is a lever, okay? So the longer the lever, if you're tall, the longer the lever, the harder the exercise on this muscle group. So here's the muscle group. Here's the weight load. Your head is a dumbbell when you're doing an exercise, an ab exercise. Your head is a dumbbell, okay? for an ab exercise. So if this muscle is weak, it can't hold up this whole lever. So the other muscles have to jump in, and that's your neck muscles. So when this guy is weak, these muscles have to help out because these guys can't hold the lever, all right? So what you have to do for ab exercises, when your neck gets tired, take a few seconds of a break to let those muscles relax. Over time, as your abs get stronger, you're not going to use your neck muscles as much, or your neck muscles are also going to get stronger. So it's normal when we're doing traditional crunchy type ab exercises that your neck gets involved. It's my weakest link. I also have a really long neck, and so that makes it even more of an issue because now my dumbbell head is even farther away from my abs. Hope that helps. All right, let's start with just a very basic, which I love. Hands near your head. Please don't tug on your head, but near your head. I actually often use like almost like a boxer's position. I put my fists near my temple so that I don't tug on my head. But you can have your hands on your head. Option 1, feet are up in the air. Option 1, crunch up and touch your thighs. This is option 1. Crunch up, touch your thighs. I want you to relax all the way back down to the ground. Let yourself have a brief momentary pause down at the ground. Continue. I'm going to move forward just to make sure you can hear my microphone okay. You're going to count out 30-ish, okay? Option 2. If that is too easy for you, option 2 right here, feet on the ground, everything comes up and down. Everything comes up and down. Option 2, you pick. Now, no matter where you are, I would love it if you could really get your shoulders way up off the ground. Now, I am feeling a hair under the weather today, and this exercise is actually really challenging for me today, probably because I haven't really been doing much for my abs. So I'm making the movement just a wee bit smaller. But for you guys, if this is easy, I want you really lifting your shoulders way up off the ground as much as you can. You can also just stay with option 1. You've got 30, probably about 5 more. Continue. Nice. Those of you that I can see, good job. I can see some of you. Beautiful. Really nice job, guys. Oh, so good. I see you. I see you. Amazing. Beautiful. And relax. Okay. Let's go. Next exercise. Let's have you do, oh, I love this exercise. This is such a good one. This one's really effective. For those of you guys that do get a lot of neck involvement, you're going to want to take little micro breaks during the set. Take your arms up over your head, take your feet out. You're stretched out nice and long. Because of the strength of your core, I want you to activate your core. Watch me. Activate your core so that it starts to bring you up, and then you're going to bring your hands up to touch your shoelaces. Alternating legs. Use your abs to lift you though. This is not just an arm and a leg exercise. Mentally, you want to think, abs fire to lift me. Abs cause the motion. Abs are in charge here, okay? And I want you lifting up off the floor as much as you possibly can. Way up off the floor. Mr. Buckles is making an appearance. Hi, buddy. Hi, bud. Did you come do your exercises with everybody? Are you going to do your exercises with everybody? What are you doing? Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Few more. I want you to do 15 on each leg. That's 30 total.
Baby back.
Okay, buddy. Okay, go over that way. Yeah, that's a good boy. Over there. No. Okay. Take a short break, and then we're going to do these 2 exercises one more time. Buckley, clearly. Hey, Wendy, will you call him? He's been a troublemaker. Okay, never mind. He's good. Okay, so we're going to go back to that first exercise. So you've got option 1, which is keep your legs up. Option 2, you guys ready? We're going to do 30 in total wherever you are. Let's go. Option 1 or 2. He's okay. Clearly, oh, thank you. Clearly, he wants to do his ab exercises. Thank you. Okay, exhale. Continue. I want to see if I can see you guys. Listen, for those of you guys that are getting a little bit of neck funkiness, just take a little bit of a break, catch your breath, count to 10, and then continue, okay? Everybody's doing so good though, guys. Oh my gosh, we got 95 people today. Amazing. This is so good. So good. Okay, I see you. Okay. Okay, just doing the first part for now. Yep, audio is good. Thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ah, Nikki Thomas. You're amazing. You're amazing. I'm screenshotting your comment. You're so sweet. All right, once you hit your 30, we are then going to go on to that second exercise. Okay, second exercise. Reaching all the way up. Yep, beautiful. I see you guys. Some of you have already moved on. Good job. Stretch out nice and long. Reach way up. Oh, I love this exercise. Let me tell you guys, when I was in like peak physical shape, this was one of the only ab exercises I would do. I would do this one. I would do bicycles, and then I would do the one, I call it a captain's chair, but it's where it's in my programs like the Comeback or the Glutes Project, I call it hanging knee raise, where you prop yourself up in the captain's chair and you lift your knees up. These are the only 3 ab exercises I really did for the most part. This one is so good. This one really tends to target that area literally right around your waistline, right around your belly button, where we all tend to get that little extra layer of body fat. We all do, by the way, right there. And this is one of those exercises that in particular really targets that area instead of the upper abs. Continue for 30. I find most traditional crunchy exercises just target the upper portion of the abs, or I should say emphasize the upper portion of the abs. There's only one. When you contract your ab muscle, you're contracting the muscle the whole way from your sternum all the way down to your pubis bone, okay? But some exercises are gonna emphasize the upper portion. Some exercises are gonna emphasize the lower. I love this one because it literally hits your abs the whole way up and down without too much emphasis on the upper abs. Traditional crunchy ones, like that first exercise we did, tend to really kind of hit that upper ab a little bit more. This is one of my favorite exercises. It's also great to stretch the hamstrings, and it's also great for core activation. Okay, awesome. When you are finished, grab some water. We're moving on. Let's do some leg exercises. We saved them for last. What was I thinking, huh? Okay, so let's go first. All right, let's do a sumo squat. I'm gonna show you guys my favorite sumo squat. If any of you guys have any heavier weight loads in your house, anything, a jug of milk, 2 jugs of milk, anything, I want you to grab your heaviest dumbbells that you have, and hold on one second because I'm gonna get mine. Hold on. Yeah, it's perfect. It's like 35 pounds or something. I'm doing it. Okay, you guys ready? Can you still hear me? Okay, this sucker is 28 pounds. Can you hear me okay? Okay, I'm assuming you guys can hear me okay. All right, here's what we're doing for our sumo squat. I'm making this effective. If you have a kettlebell, get it. If you've got 2 dumbbells, you're gonna hold them like this, okay? Here's how we do a sumo squat. Take your heels as wide as the widest part of your shoulders. Heels are wide, okay? Then you turn your toes open to 10 a.m. on your left, 2 p.m. on your right, okay? If you've got dumbbells, you're just gonna hold them underneath your body just like this, okay? If you've got a kettlebell, you're gonna do the same thing. You're holding it with your arms underneath you. If you have a heavier weight load, like Clump and Seal, can you believe it? It's a brand new box of kitty litter, 28 pounds, same exact thing. This, I'm telling you, is like the perfect weight for this exercise, for a sumo squat, because on a sumo squat, you don't want to be going down too deep. So if anybody has a cat and has a 28-pound box of kitty litter, please use it. Okay, again, depending on your fitness level or your weight load, You're gonna do anywhere from 10 to 20 or even maybe 25 of these, all right? You can move faster if you want. If you really wanna keep your heart rate up, move faster. I'm actually gonna change this positioning. Nope, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna keep it here. All right, let's do a couple more. Squeeze your glutees at the top like crazy. Squeeze those glutes. Ah, so good, isn't it? Perfect, one more. And relax. 10-second break. 10-second break. Next exercise, we are doing a split squat, or if you've got something to put your foot on, you can do a Bulgarian split squat. I'm gonna assume most of us don't. We're gonna do a proper split squat. So feet together, step back, staying on the toes of your back foot. Arms up over your head, or hold your dumbbells here. Hold your dumbbells here. We are dropping straight down and up. Straight down and up. You can do this body weight just like I am. The reason why I'm doing this body weight is because I did not get another strength workout this week, and my mechanics are a bit tight. So my hip flexors are tight, my feet are tight, my hamstrings are tight. I need a set to warm up on this particular movement before I load it, for me. Okay, everybody's a little bit different. That's just where I am today. But you can hold your dumbbells here, or I love arms up over the head to make it just a little bit harder. Okay, 10, 15, 20, 25, whatever feels best for you today. Perfect. One more. And relax. Switch sides. Same thing on the other side. Hey, the good news is I just did my more awkward side and it didn't feel too bad. Progress. Maybe that means this side's not gonna feel so good. Reach those arms way up, or like I said, let those dumbbells hang at your side. Same thing. Woohoo! No toe pain today. So for those of you guys, you know how we all have a thing? Everyone has a body part that's kind of problematic, and you probably think you're the only one that has the aching hip or the problematic back or the issue in your shoulder. Let me tell you something. Every single one of us in this room right now on this live video feed have something. For me, it's my toes. I have really, really problematic issues in my big toe joints. And I have a hip injury on my right. I'm always working around and working with my limitations. We all are. So whatever your thing is, it's not unique to you. It's not here to stop you. It's not here for you to use as an excuse. You work around it, you work with it. My toes are a huge problem right now for a variety of reasons, okay? That's normal. 10-second break when you're ready. You wanna make sure you get equal numbers on both sides. You guys look great. Christine Hoffman, I see you. Okay, third leg exercise, walking lunges. Here we go. What you're gonna do, find a space wherever you can do them. If you need to leave the room, go for it. What you're gonna do is you're gonna do 1, 2, 30 steps in total. So it's 15 reps on each leg. You can go back and forth in space like I'm going to in a moment. You can go to the next room and walk up and down your hallway. Do whatever you need to do, but go 15 on each leg, moving at the pace that's right for a fitness level. If you need to move faster, do it. If you need to take a break and do fewer, do it. If you want to do 2 sets, get rolling. If you want to do 50 in 1 set, do it. All right? I'm going to count out probably 20 or 30. I don't know. I'll time it here. But I'm literally just going to kind of go back and forth. You guys will hear me, but I'm probably going to go off camera just because I'd much rather take a few steps in the same direction rather than taking 2 steps, turning around, 2 steps, turning around. Although you can't do that. You know, if you've got a limited space, take 2 steps, turn around, take 2 steps, turn around. Listen, I'm not using weights. Definitely, if you've got dumbbells, let them hang at your sides. For those of you guys maybe that even have a barbell, you can have a barbell on your shoulder, whatever feels right. You can do them absolutely just body weight. 100% body weight is totally fine, okay? 100%. Keep going, anywhere from 20 to 50, depending on what's going on with your body today, and depending on your fitness level, also depending on the workout that you want. I'll warn you, I could do walking lunges all day long. It's one of my favorite exercises. Nothing corrects my body more than walking lunges. Let me say that a little different. Listen up, y'all, keep going. Walking lunges, no other exercise will correct your body more than walking lunges. It's one of the best exercises you can do for mechanics, for flexibility, for single leg work and stability, to balance asymmetries. Walking lunges are so incredibly important. There was a time when I would do 10 minutes nonstop of walking lunges. When I was in Los Angeles, I would go out on the street, in the streets of West Hollywood, and I would do 10 minutes of walking lunges up and down in the neighborhood. That's how fabulous they are. I'm gonna get back to it. Okay, fourth leg exercise. We've got one more leg exercise and we're gonna wrap it up, guys. Single leg deadlift with a weight load. So grab whatever weight load you have. I particularly love a kettlebell for this, or a dumbbell, and I'm gonna show you why. Let me workshop you real fast. If you have a dumbbell, this is what you're gonna do. By the way, you can do it with no weight also. So here's what it looks like. I'm gonna show you from the front and the side. Bring your feet together. Stand on your right leg. Find your balance. Hang out for 5 seconds. I'm gonna show you from the front and the back. If you've got a dumbbell, hold it like this. What you're going to do is you're gonna come down. I have to change my back leg to show you on camera, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna come down, you're gonna touch the floor to stabilize, then you're gonna come up. Touch the floor to stabilize, come up. You can do the same thing with a kettlebell. 15 each leg, go. Stabilize, come up, tap the floor. Stabilize. Oh, it's heaven, you guys. All right, listen, here, squeeze your glute, tuck your butt, squeeze your glute at the top, like bonkers. Squeeze that glute. Okay. You could probably even hear my dumbbell hitting the floor. I'm on a hardwood floor. I give it a definitive tap down, because what that does is that helps me to stabilize. Now listen, if you don't have a dumbbell, you do this exercise to the same depth, you don't touch the floor. Here's the exercise without a dumbbell. Don't touch the floor. Still, squeeze your glute at the top, okay? Tuck your pelvis, squeeze your glute. 10, 15, or 20 on the side, based on your fitness level and your weight load. So good. This is a great workout. I'm loving this workout, you guys. My heart rate is like perfect. It feels so good. I like the flow. Switch legs if you haven't already. So first, take a moment to stabilize your balance before you go into the exercise, okay? Then remember, each one of us has one leg that's a bit wonkier than the other. This is my wonky leg, and let me tell you, I perform and I move very differently on this leg, and that's okay. It's just a function of over time, you just, on the leg that's a little bit wonkier, it's just that you are chronically forever workshopping your movement pattern. And the truth is, guys, you know, in strength training, especially for women, it's a lifelong workshop. You know, I have been workshopping a barbell back squat for 30 years now. Guess what? It's still not perfect. My squat is far from perfect. Now, if I took the time and obsessed on my squat for 6 months, that could probably be a different story. But you know what? I don't like squats. So I do them, of course, but it's not my best exercise. So single leg deadlift is exactly the same way. You'll probably be workshopping it for a while. Mr. Buckles came for moral support because he's such a good boy. One more. Perfect. And relax. Let me see everybody. Let me see how you guys are doing. Okay, good. Some of you guys, Lainey, I see you. Good job. That's a big looking kettlebell. Erin Sergi, Jillian, hi Jillian. Jillian Lazarus, Christina Scott. Hi guys. Okay, amazing. Everybody's through it. Okay, cool. We are 11:36. Guys, what I want you to do, we're just gonna take a little bit of a cool down. Cool down, cool down. Let's do this. Take your feet hip distance. Here's what you're gonna do. Rotate. You can make noise. I'm almost done. Are you waiting to make noise out there? Okay. So let your arms swing around. Let your spine rotate. If you can, look over your shoulder. Let your hips rotate. This is free flowing. This is pure heaven. Keep going. This is just to start to cool us down. It's to help bring a little bit of torso rotation. Oh, it feels so good. Let everything rotate. Let your pelvis rotate. Let your arms just swing around. Couple more. It calms the central nervous system. Oh, it's just pure heaven, right? One more and relax. Feet comfy. Take a deep inhale up. Interlock your fingers like this. Bring them back behind your head. Lift your chest. Open your shoulders. Look up to the ceiling. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Stick your chest forward. Draw your shoulder blades down your back to get an opening stretch. So good, right? And relax. Take your feet wider, knees out. Bend into your knees. Definitely bend. Then I want you to tuck your booty. I want you to round your spine, and I want you to collapse forward and hang. Let your chin come into your chest. Let yourself hang. If this is comfy, you can come into a forward stretch. Those of you guys that are okay with a full straight leg forward bend, totally cool. You can stay in this rounded. I really love this rounded. Let your chin come into your chest. Imagine the back of your neck is lengthening and stretching so that the top of your head is reaching down towards the ground. Chin is into the chest, really rounded. And now bring your hands to your thighs. Reverse your spine like that. Look forward, arch through the back. We didn't end up doing our RDLs, which I wanted to do. So guess what? You'll just have to come next weekend so we can do our RDLs. I think we should do an RDL deadlift workshop next week because it's just such a good exercise. Inhale, come up. Sorry, I got to get water. Keep your legs moving. I got a little tickle. Hold on. Okay, one more stretch. Arms up over your head. I'm going to kneel so you can see me. Arms up over your head. Drop one hand back between your shoulder blade. Use your right hand to just stretch it back. Reach your fingertips down towards your mid-back, in between your shoulder blades. Touch your spine. Use your right hand to just deepen that stretch. Both arms up. Bend your right arm, tap your spine. Left arm adds the stretch. Lengthening through that tricep on your right arm. Yep. And relax. Everybody join me on the floor. Bring your feet into butterfly position. Soles touching each other. The distance from here to here doesn't matter. Pick what's good for you. The distance here to here does not matter. Just relax. And then from here, let yourself just collapse forward, bringing your head towards the arches of your feet. Very gentle, very passive. Relax, take a deep inhale. Exhale. And I want you to whisper something to yourself. Pat yourself on the back, praise yourself, thank yourself for doing this. Say, I just did a good job. I just worked out. I'm so proud of myself for working out. I'm proud of myself for showing up. I almost didn't, but I did, and I'm grateful that I did. Good for you. I'm proud of you. Way to go. Any of those things. Give yourself a pat on the back, just like you would a little toddler who just did something great. And relax and come up. And let's take one deep inhale. Exhale it out. And you are all done. Oh my God, thank you so much for joining me today. So fun as always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This would be real boring if it were just me, myself, and my dog and my box of kitty litter. So for those of you that want to jet, listen up real quick. Number one, I'm here every Saturday at this time until we were out of quarantine life. The link that you signed up for today will sign you up for all of them in the future. You can use the same exact link that you used today for next Saturday and the next Saturday until we're out of this very soon, I hope. So I hope you guys will come back. Please invite your friends. The more we have, the better. I just really believe that when we're all doing this together in a spirit of health and life affirming, I believe that it lifts the vibe of the planet, and we definitely need that these days. So I hope you'll be here with me next Saturday. I'm happy to stick around for any questions that you have. If you just want to chat, I will be emailing out later today or tomorrow the link to watch this in the replay. But all of the videos are living now on the same page. So the same link will always be the same. And I'm just going to keep adding our workouts. So pretty soon, those of you guys that have signed up for these workouts, you're now going to have a web page of a bunch of workouts that you can use for free forever, just because you signed up. For those of you that have asked, if you would like to contribute and send a donation through on Venmo, I so appreciate it. Those of you guys that have, you're so lovely. And this is a totally free workout. You know, I kind of had this thought this week, as some of you were sending money through, which is just so sweet and thoughtful. I was like, you know, those of us that can, and those of us that can't need to support ourselves right now. And so if you want to contribute, awesome. And if you need to conserve your funds, awesome. I'm proud to be here and do this for you guys for free. And then if you guys want to do any workshops now, if you have any questions about anything, let me know. I'm going to scan through the questions to see if there are any. I'm going to scan through the chat box right now to see if there's any questions. And what else? It's so fun to have all of you guys here. Laura Marks asked, how do we contribute? The easiest way is to find me on Venmo. It's literally just at Holly Perkins on Venmo. You can also find me on PayPal. It's Holly Perkins Office, I think. hollyperkinsoffice@gmail.com, or just send me an email. But at Venmo is ideal. If I can leave a message here to everybody, I will. I don't know if I can now, but it's at Holly Perkins on Venmo. Okay, question. Deborah Kirsten. During the ab sit-up, my shoulder blades hit the floor as I use them to push, probably. So, okay, so if your shoulder blades hit the floor at the bottom, that's a good thing and that's normal, okay? Oh, is that Jill Esplin? Wait a second, is that Jill Esplin or is it Jill Eplin? Is there a Jill Eplin? Or Jill, did you misspell your name when you put it in? That's Jill Eplin? Or do we have a Jill Eplin here? How cool would that be? Okay, push up, sure. So, okay, hold on. Hit the floor as I use them to push up. All right, so here's the deal. It's okay that your shoulder blades are touching the floor at the bottom. That's totally fine, Deborah. You don't want to push off of your shoulder blades to push yourself up, if that makes sense. What you do want to do, there we go. What you do want to do is from the bottom of a sit-up, because we're talking about sit-ups, right? Yes. So at the bottom of a sit-up, what you want to do is, hold on, I just want to mute everybody. My computer's doing something funny. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, perfect. Everybody is muted. Okay, great. So at the bottom of your sit-up, it's okay if your shoulder blades are touching the ground. Instead of pushing off of them to sit up, I want you to mentally think and tell your abs to pull you up. So if you guys, those of you guys that know me real well, I actually like to call sit-ups pull-ups, because technically the kind of sit-up that we did today is technically a pull-up. You're pulling yourself up to a seated position. So Deborah, when you're doing them, say to yourself, pull up, okay? Instead of a sit up, pull up. and tell your abs to pull you upward. Don't push off your shoulder blades. Okay. Amazing. Oh, you guys, thank you for all the comments. Just so you know, I go back at the end and I read all of the chat after. But Barbara Romano, for anyone that prays, please pray for me and my broken heart to heal. I left a toxic relationship of 5 years, 10 weeks ago, and I'm still suffering and feel lost. Barbara, we are thinking of you. We are cheering for you. We are sending good vibes your way. It's so hard. I know. I have been there. And I promise you, if you stick around with us and you stay on top of your exercise and your healthy eating, it's going to help a lot. But we are all cheering for you and praying for you for sure. Let's see here. Okay, Natalie, Holly, please recommend the resistance bands you like. Natalie, am I remembering you're in the Glutes Project? If you're in the Glutes Project, the current version of the Glutes Project, go into the private portal, look on the link for equipment needed. I put in links both to the gym version and the home version that link you over to Amazon so you can see the brand that I like. The brand is Spry, S-P-R-I. Oh, here, let me show you. Spry, it might be backwards. It might not be. This is the brand. I like the red one and the blue one. You can buy them. Spry is a very well-known brand. You'll be able to find them. Red and blue. Teal, so glad you're here. Orla, guys, Orla is in London. Orla says, I really didn't want to show up for today's workout, but remembered this week's challenge and gave myself a talking to. I'm so proud of you. So for those of you guys that did not join me for the Get Back on Track challenge, you missed out something amazing. It was so incredible. We had 600 people join in. It was unbelievable. You can watch the replay of the videos on my Holly Perkins Fitness page until April 27th, I believe it is, and then they'll be coming down, but it was groundbreaking. It was an unbelievable free challenge. You guys can join in next time. I'll do it again later this year. Jennifer Beamer, hello, so glad you are here. Laura Marks, cleared by my PT to do walking lunges. That is a big deal. Promise me, Laura Marks, promise me you'll take your time with those walking lunges. I know you're cleared to do them, but it is a eccentric heavy exercise, okay, Laura? Eccentric heavy exercises tend to be particularly taxing when you haven't been doing them. Laura, and guys, I know Laura, she's in the comeback with me and she had surgery, so I know a little bit about what's going on for her. Laura, here's what you're gonna do. Right leg, left leg, 10 steps only. 5 reps, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do that once a day for a few days. Then you can do maybe 20 steps, 1 set, and then maybe you do 20 steps, 2 sets. You got to gradually build up so slowly with walking lunges, okay? Anusha, amazing workout. I have to work now. Sorry for leaving. I'm glad you were here. Oh, Linda Martinez, I see you. In the sumo squat, is your back arched, booty back? Can you show the squat from the side? If you're still here, Linda, I'll show you real quick. On a sumo squat, you're not arched on a sumo squat, okay? You always want to have you're not properly arched. You always want to have a little bit of a lower back curvature on every exercise you do. But on a sumo squat, I'm just going to use my kettlebell now because I'm tired. Yeah, let me use my kettlebell. So toes are kind of opened, okay, a little bit. So sumo squat is, I got to do it with a bigger weight, sorry. Otherwise I won't show you the right way. Okay, sumo squat is here, okay? So it's not a super arch like an RDL, not a super arch. It really is a neutral arch, okay? Squeeze your booty, neutral arch, squeeze your booty, neutral arch, squeeze your booty, okay? And by the way, I lean back when I squeeze my booty. That's not totally accurate. It really should be here. It's because I need a lot of pelvic tuck at the bottom. So I've kind of created a bad habit of leaning back, but it feels so good on my body. Okay, so here. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna sit on this. This is like the perfect height to sit on. That's much better. Sitting on the litter box. Okay. Laura, caller in. Hello, Holly. Oh, Linda, I'm so glad you're here. Okay, good. Let me know if that helped. Good, good, good. Glad you're still here. Holly, do you think it is best to do cardio before or after weights workout? Ooh, Linda, caller in. Everyone listen up. She has a great question. She asks if weights should be done before, cardio should be done before or after weights. In general, for women, my rule of thumb is that you do weights before cardio. And that's because I believe women really need strength training the most. So you want to dedicate all of your life force energy, biological energy to your strength workout. You don't want to fatigue yourself on cardio before you go into a strength workout. So I always prescribe strength training first before cardio. Or if I'm 100% certain the person is an easy gainer, meaning they add muscle easily, if I know that, and if someone comes to me and says, and we both know for a fact that she gains muscle easily and she does not want to gain muscle, then I'll have her do cardio first. Or if someone comes to me and they want to cut down on their muscle, so let's say they played a sport or they did a strength training program and they developed more muscle than they actually want. If we're trying to catabolize muscle, I'll have them do cardio first. But for the most part, 99.9% of people should do their strength training first and before their cardio. You can do the cardio on the same day, but do your strength training first in either cardio after or cardio later in the day. Deborah, forward exercise. My toes curl under. Have to very consciously think, keep foot flat. Forward exercise. I'm not sure exactly which exercise you're talking about there, but you know, my toes curl under. Yeah, you don't want your toes to curl under too much. A little bit's okay, because when your toes curl under a little, that means you're going to be activating your arches of your feet. Okay, good, Laura. I'm so glad that was helpful. Bending forward, arms out. Yeah, try to release your feet a little bit, Deborah. Brenna, if I break up cardio and strength, which would you recommend in the AM? Strength always. So as I just said, first order of business in a day is to do your strength training first. So if you're breaking it up, you do your strength training first, Brenna, and then cardio would be later in the day. Always, always, you're going to get the best results that way. Every woman will get the best results that way. Because remember, listen, in my opinion, workouts are not about burning fat. I think that's a bunch of ridiculous baloney. Your workout is about working. It's about challenging. It's about building muscle. It's about changing your body. Your workout's not about burning fat. You should be eating to burn fat all day long. Fat burning happens all day long if you're eating the right way. A workout is not about burning fat. It's about adding muscle. It's about making you stronger. It's about making you more fit, because then you're a more powerful engine that then burns fat all day long. Teal, at first I was extremely self-conscious about showing up on video, and I'm so glad you do now. It's so cute. Thank you for making this a comfortable place. Workout equals play. You are so welcome. Listen, everybody, for those of you guys that are still here and are not on camera, I see all of you that aren't on camera. Amy Losh, Therese Sides, Carmen Ward. I see all you guys, which is totally fine. You do not have to appear on camera. But I would love to see your sweet faces, like Bianca McConnell. I see you. I see all you guys. It's so fun. It's so fun to see your faces, Yana, Donna, Crow. It's just so fun to see everybody. It just makes this like a much more fun sort of group. And for those of you guys that can see, Teal has her bird with her. What is it, a parrot? A parakeet? What is this, Teal? This is awesome. She's got a little bird on her shoulder. He's so cute. And what's his name? Oh my God, that is hilarious. So yeah, I love those of you guys that show up on camera. Okay, Nugget is a pineapple Connor. She is my service parrot. That is awesome. Nugget, sweet little Nugget. All right, I'm gonna scroll back up to see if there's any other questions. Alyssa Dag. Yay, so many people. I love it, all of it. Teal and Nugget. Oh, Teal, you're in Arizona. I don't know why. I was thinking you were in California. Anne Marie is here. Anne Marie, is your sister here? See her. Ruthie G, hello. Okay, guys, any other questions? Let me know. I think I got them all. Yep, I think I got them all. Oh, you are. Okay, Teal, gotcha. Monica, do we need to do cardio? Great question. Monica Coley. Good question. Do we need, and Jillian, I see you. Do we need to do cardio? Okay, so here's the deal. Okay, Jillian, let me know. I saw your hand go up. If you want to put it back up and let me know, and I'll check in with you. But I know it could also be a mistake. Do we need to do cardio? So here's the deal. Technically, yes, cardio is one of the 5 components of fitness. So a lot of people don't realize there are 5 specific components of fitness. So when we say a person is fit, there are 5 different considerations. And one of them is cardiovascular fitness. One of them is muscular strength, muscular endurance, flexibility, and even though it doesn't make any sense, body composition is the last one. So cardiovascular fitness is important because it's cardiovascular fitness. It's heart health, it helps in recovery, it helps to improve how your body manages the carbohydrates that you eat, it helps you recover from strength workouts, it improves the cellular level on the muscle, the receptor site of how your muscle is handling and receiving nutrients. So cardio is important. It's just a question of how much you do, okay? So I personally believe that everyone should be doing some cardio for health reasons. For a lot of people, based on the genetic testing that I do, I know for a fact that only about 50% of the population really burns fat well from cardio. And so therefore, I often don't really prescribe cardio to burn fat. Now, if someone comes to me and they need to lose 100 pounds, they are going to have a little bit more cardio than someone like myself. But cardio is not really the best primary objective for burning off fat. You're better off building muscle and eating a certain way to burn fat. You're going to burn a lot more fat that way than by doing cardio. But that being said, cardio is still important for all of those other reasons. Okay, Jillian, do you want to type an answer or do you want to chat? Let me find you. Give me a thumbs up if you want to chat because I can see you. You're typing. I see you. Okay. Okay. Rest days. Got it. And Bianca, I see you too. Okay, great. Rest days are dependent on how well you recover from workouts and your personality and your interest. So if a person is really fit and you recover well, you can work out 2 times a day. There were times in my past where I was working out 3 times a day, no joke, because I would recover very quickly and I was very strategic in my workouts. So it's not that everyone has to take a rest day. It really is how well you recover. Do you like to have a rest day? There was a time when I didn't want to take a rest day. I feel better when I work out and I didn't want to take rest days. That all being said, that if you are training hard and you're really dedicated to your programming and you are experiencing some muscle soreness, rest days are very helpful. So in general, for the women that are in my group coaching programs or private coaching clients, I generally schedule 2 rest days a week, unless the person says to me, I don't want to take a day off. So then if they recover well, they can work out 7 days a week. Some of them work out 7 days a week, twice a day, a couple days a week. So it really just depends. Some people don't want to work out every day, right? Like some people, they want to work out 3 days a week. That's all their schedule can handle. So you got to take some rest days. It's really up to you, and it's really dependent on if you recover well and how you know if you recover well. Do you show up for every workout feeling awesome? So if every workout you feel good and you feel energized and you feel strong, that's a sign that you're recovering well. But if you're waking up every day with chronic soreness, that's a sign potentially that you're not recovering well, and that might mean you need more rest days. Okay. And Bianca, I have a question. Heart rate during strength training, should we track that or is it more during cardio? I personally don't feel you need to track your heart rate during strength workouts. Sometimes I do, just out of curiosity. I'm just curious, like, how high does my heart rate get on a really hard set of squats? Just purely for interest, but I don't think it's important because with strength training, the name of the game is to work hard during your set and then give yourself a little bit of recovery. So your heart rate's going to go up and it's going to come down. It's going to go up and it's going to come down. In some ways, proper strength training workouts are cardio interval. in some ways. It's an interval workout. So I don't think you really need to track it unless you just want to. The name of the game in strength training is that your set is as intense as you're intending it to be. So your set should be pretty intense. And depending on where you are on the spectrum, your set's either really intense or moderately intense, depending on where your fitness level is and what your goals are. But the truth is, by the end of a strength training set, one set, you should need rest. You should need 30 seconds rest. And if that is true, then the intensity of your strength set is accurate. Leslie, steady state or HIIT. I have adrenal fatigue, so primarily a walk. If you have adrenal fatigue, I'm not a fan of HIIT for women. And definitely if you have adrenal fatigue, Leslie, don't you dare work out on an empty stomach. That is the fastest, and you have been. I can tell by your expression. This is why I love talking to you guys on video, because I can see you. Leslie goes, oh, which means you're probably working out on empty. By the way, guys, that's the fastest way to adrenal exhaustion and adrenal fatigue, is to be doing fasted workouts. Like, give it 6 months and then give me a call when you blow out your adrenals. So Leslie, do not exercise on empty. And I would say until you have chronically good energy, I don't think anybody who has energy issues should be doing HIIT training. That's just my personal opinion. And if you are, you should be doing it only under the strict supervision of a certified professional. So if I have a private client and I am strictly supervising their heart rate ranges, different story. But if you're trying to figure it out on your own and you're someone who deals with fatigue, HIIT is not ideal. You can do gentle intervals, like work hard for a minute, work gentle for a minute, work hard for a minute, work gentle for a minute. But proper HIIT, adrenal fatigue, I think is a recipe for disaster. I hope that helps, Leslie. Give me a thumbs up. Have you been working out on empty? Have you been doing, yeah, I know, I knew it. If you fix that, it's gonna really shift your adrenal fatigue. And then you might be able to do HIIT workouts productively, right? So your adrenal fatigue could be coming because you've been doing fasted workouts. That could be a big reason. So if you fix that, you might be able to start doing HIIT workouts effectively, comfortably, pleasurably. There's some people here, Emmy, I don't know if you're here, but I've got a couple of people in the group that HIIT workouts are really productive for them. And there are some body types that it's very productive for. In my experience in working with women, it's not a lot. Okay, Bianca, so that answers your question. Good. Nina Burberry. I'm gonna say Burberry. I'm so sore, it's hard to walk. Ooh, from my workout or from another workout? Are BCAA supplements helpful? So Nina is asking, she's very sore, she's having a hard time walking. Are branched chain amino acids helpful? First thing, Nina, similar to Leslie, for those of you guys that are experiencing a lot of muscle soreness, it could very well because you're not eating right around your workout. So Leslie, I wouldn't be surprised if you were experiencing some muscle soreness unless you were eating right after your workout. So muscle soreness can be linked to not eating after a workout when you need the fuel. So that's why I'm such a huge fan of not working out empty and eating something after your workout immediately, whether you're hungry or not. It could be as small as 200 or 300 calories of protein and carbohydrate, but eating a combo of protein and carbohydrate after a strength training workout has a substantial impact on muscle soreness. So Nina, if that doesn't clear it up, the second cause of muscle soreness is what we call novelty, meaning you just did something new that you haven't been doing for a while. And I see that you're saying this is my first workout in years and I'm fasted. So you've got a double whammy there. You've got the two things that I just called out. You've got novelty. It's the first time you've done this in a long time and you haven't eaten. That's why you're sore. Okay. So if you just start eating around your workout, and you just keep showing up and your body gets used to it, the soreness will go away. I would say do that. But if you feel like investing in branched chain amino acids, I think they're super helpful. I'm a huge fan. They were so helpful for me. And some people they're not so helpful for. It really just depends on your body. But I would say try the first two before you spend any money. And Nina, right. So I hear you, Nina. And, for those of you guys that don't know, I have a very, very pretty serious autoimmune condition. And a lot of what I've had to learn about my body, like I'm the fussiest body of you all. And so for those of you guys that do have trickier, fussier physiology, pay extra attention to when I say things like what I do, because that will probably help you, even though not everybody has the same issues I have. So, but with autoimmune issues, for those of you that do have autoimmune issues, you are naturally inclined, this is important, you are naturally inclined to have more silent inflammation. And silent inflammation is a real problem because exercise causes inflammation. So those of you guys that have autoimmune conditions, so Nina, please take good care of yourself. Leslie, I see you. Nina, take good care of yourself, because muscle, if you're sore, you have even more inflammation in your body right now. And when you have an autoimmune condition, you tend to have more inflammation because of the autoimmune condition. So when you've got the both of them, it can really punch you in the gut. When I'm not healthy, if I've got muscle soreness, it's an ugly set of days around here. It gets real bad. My body can't handle my natural level of inflammation and then exercise on top of it. So you really have to be super, super gentle. Nina, I think you just jumped in a little bit too much too soon. That's all. So stay consistent, eat regularly, take an Epsom salt bath. It really, really helps. Oh yeah, so if your boys have branched chain amino acids, take them empty stomach, BCAAs, empty stomach, or with a little bit of fruit juice, okay? Okay, guys, that is it for today. Thank you everyone for sticking around. I love having you here. I love this group so much. You guys make me so happy. Adelia Honeywood, I see you. Amy Lash, Marianne, Miriam, I don't see you. I would assume you're here, but
Already signed up for next Saturday, so you're probably good.
we'll see you guys then. Have a great week.